Hello, welcome to episode 3. We're talking about stewardship. Now we've come all the way from knowing that we need to know God. God is the God. God is like our like God is I don't have words for it. Funnily. God is everything. God is everything. And we know that our identity, what we are, what we do, whether we are something or not does not define anything about it. Is that God is our God. Like God is the point. God is everything. Do you get me? Now, talking about stewardship, I'm coming from a place of knowing all of those things and knowing that who we are, what we do, should come from us being loving to God, knowing our God enough and just doing everything for Him. That is why I think the Bible is telling us that do everything to the glory of God. Honestly, when I started, creating stuff, I wanted to be like the one on the spotlight. I have quite a number of things written on my wall that you hear in your mind. I heard in my mind. I knew this was like a word thing because God knows I write on my wall. So yeah. He knows that I want more things on my wall and I want more words that will be a reminder. And one of the things that came at the time was God is the celebrity, not me. And I feel like we've normalized celebrities being us. You are the point, you are the one on the spotlight, you are the one be celebrated, you are the idol. I'm talking about global idol, not even idolatry now, but that's actually also linked to idolatry because you are not the point. You can imagine the jealousy because God is jealous God. That would have been all along. And it's patient as well because you being powerful enough to stop all of these things and you're just patient. Knowing God is like you see him and I just want to know him, God. I pray that God help me know you. So you see him in all of this. Celebrities are celebrated, which is the normal thing because everybody like that's what is really like rampant on earth. But God is the celebrity, you guys. God is the celebrity. He's the one that deserves to be lifted high, lifted up. You know. Yes, he can use people. Yes, he will use people. I want to say he has to use people, but that might be far fetched, and I don't want to annoy God. It's merciful, yeah, but I'm also trying to be like, as true to his words as possible. What is the point, you guys? He is the point. He's the reason why we are here. He's the reason for everything. Without him, nothing happens. And yet, we still kind of in the middle of all of this, ignore it and point to ourselves. I don't know. I feel like for some of these celebrities, to the level of self belief, self identity, self awareness that they've had. But while knowing all of those things is good, there's still a God that is behind it. I'm not the point, you guys. I'm not the point. HelloI'mTife is not the point. HelloI'mTife is not about it. God is the point. Which also drives to the point where we're like, whatever you do, do it to the glory of God. If you're coughing, yeah, having God in the back of our minds 24/7. Which the perfection of it isn't expected. Would I say expected? What I mean is it's not like if you're not doing this perfectly, it doesn't count. Any small step counts. It's still movement. God still values the small step. God values the intentionality behind it. So now speaking of stewardship, now that we know that God is a point, God is a goal, everything that we do, we should have God at the back of our mind for it. We are giving for the glory of God, not for us to be noticed, not for us to be blessed. Shocked. God will bless you. God, there's some things you just have to live into God's hand, like which comes to knowing Him as well. Because if you know that God will bless you, He will bless you. When I don't want to be wrong right now. When Isaac, I don't know if it's Isaac, but I think it's Isaac that planted and reaped hundredfold in Genesis. he reaped a hundredfold. It is so expecting hundredfold. I believe he didn't. He sowed as a child of God, expecting obviously for it to grow, right? But at the end of the day, God is at the back of his mind. God is God, God is God, God is God. So please, I don't want to go too far. When it comes to stewarding, what we have, what we do, your money, your skills, your time, have God at the back of your mind. When you get married, have God at the back of your mind. When you are cooking, have God at the back of your mind. And I think it also comes down to when we trust people subconsciously, which we do, whether we subconsciously know it or not. Kinda trust people. Kinda. I mean, I trust that my landlord will not come in and, burn down my room or my door, or break down my door in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping. Something like that. But at the end of the day, we should still focus our minds, our thoughts, our actions, our trust on God. It is God that we should trust instead of any other thing. Instead of over man, over things, over success, over formulas, over structure, over system. Because life can still life. Life can still happen. So when it comes to using your skills, using what you have, doing what you're doing, whatever you do, yourself, give yourself to God. I think now I kind of understand to a point because at the end of the day, you keep understanding more why Paul said that we should present our body a living sacrifice. Genius, presenting our body as a living sacrifice. And it's not just about our body because our body carries every other thing, our mind, our soul, So this is presenting everything that we have, our whole being as a living sacrifice. So we are whatever you're doing, consider it as you stewarding it for God's kingdom. If I'm making a video, if Tife is making a video, if I am making a video, I shouldn't make the video so that people will know my face, which is a plus, which is something that is quite attractive and it's nice. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie because it's other than an advantage on its own. But that should not be my motive because God sees it at the end of the day. If that's even still my motive right now, that's it. Probably I'm deceiving myself. I hope God has mercy on me. So the goal should be for God, for God, for God, for God. Because if I feel like if we have God at the back of our minds for everything, things will be better. If you're marrying somebody, oh, that might also be tricky because I'm thinking of marriage and then you're marrying for God, and then you're like, if not because of God, I'm not marry you. Please use your sense too. I mean, don't manipulate God. God is not stupid. God is intelligent. Am I shouting? Sorry. God is intelligent. You cannot say because it can be tricky, right? Trying to say that you are doing things for God and it's like a place of manipulation and expecting things to happen because you think you are helping. You can't help God, oh please. You can't help God. Eh? You can't help God. You can't. But I'm just saying, like, the things you have, whatever you do, if I'm working on my lights, I want to do something. I'm thinking that, how can I, do these things for God? How can I, this is for God. I was thinking about editing my videos and I'm like, I'll do it. Because I'm not the goal, God is the goal. So because of your reverence for God, you do it. If you make money, you're not like all about, oh, I'm rich. I don't have money. Maybe that's why I'm talking like that, which is fair if you think so. I don't want to even cast myself like that because I don't think it's fair to myself. It's self love, even God's love. God loves me, so I can love myself. Story for another day. God help me, God I beg. I don't want to please. God help me, God, please. Yeah. Doing it for God, to God, through God, by God, on God. Nyegongwa. That one safety. So God is the reason, God is the why, God is the end, God is the means. For from you are all things, and through you are all things. You deserve the glory. You deserve all the glory, Lord. You deserve all the glory, Lord. You more than deserve all the glory, Lord. And I think before I did not even used to relate to all these worship people. Like, why are you singing like this? Like, what's wrong with you that you're singing like this? Then I realized that it's actually what they went through that they talk about, sing about. Because they've experienced God in a different way that we haven't experienced God. But by the time you start experiencing God like that in your journey, you understand why they sing like that. However, let me just drop this here. In terms of stewardship, I think that's actually a very good thing to say here. When it comes to like worship songs, for example, thought about it that I probably don't know enough of people that do that, but let me just say that singing worship songs to God isn't just the only form of worship that we can, only form of gospel songs. We can have songs about talking about his creativity. Like it doesn't have to be how faithful, how marvelous. Like I don't have to be like, I like the fact that you have people like talk about art and music that is still glorifying God. Talk about things and stuff that is still glorifying. Like talk about other things. How he made sports a thing and just glorifying or just thanking God. It can be gratitude that is not just Baba Eshe, Baba Eshe, Baba Eshe, and everybody just dancing like because that's what is selling. Hey, that's even on that market, that's even on that conversation on its own. God give us understanding in Jesus' name. Hallelujah, somebody. Please type hallelujah in the comment section. Because I've not been asking you to comment and subscribe doesn't mean that I won't, God would appreciate it. If you're listening, you will know. No manipulation. I'm just being sarcastic real at the same time. So thank you for joining me for still worship and I hope you gained something at all. Still worthy to God, for God, through God, by God, by God. W Holy Spirit in the chat, see guys. www. Thank you. Thank you guys for listening to me. For listening to God. Father. Is it bad to say me? Bad, is it bad? Okay, not bad, not really bad. Depends on, it's coming from. Okay, yeah, we're moving to trust God. Ooh, beautiful. Because I need to learn how to trust God, so yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Please click on the next video right now to watch episode 4. Trust God.